excited to be here. Hampton Beach is huge in my heart and in my vision. I work very diligently to achieve great success for the beach. From hearing everybody today, I heard that we all need to be moving towards making the beach a viable economic entity with a vibrant community, a clear image, and something that we can trademark and shade to the world, market and promote, so all businesses and everybody that lives here or comes and enjoys the beach will have a great gain. So I think that's kind of my summary of what I have heard today. I do want to mention that Hampton Beach is amazingly fortunate. There's very few communities that I have seen, and I have seen a lot overseas and in the States, where 131,750 people's dollars go to promote special events and promoting the beach. And the Hampton Beach Village District, which I represent here on the board, does. And we also do in marketing 135,000. So those are monies that we have available every year and that get invested in this beach. And I think the state is going to put up the shell, and the Hampton Beach Village District, with the taxes raised from the businesses, actually puts on the fireworks and the bands and does some marketing. So very few communities can jump and can jump from such an asset that we have. So I'm here to help. I will do anything that anybody desires. We have a couple of goals already in place, including starting a art program for the beach. The state is putting up $47,000 to pick a piece of artwork, and we think that we're going to have so many artists that we should continue, and that's part of making it attractive. And Skip's comment about something that people will come and see, and that's something that's going to go in the books for next year. But anybody that has any comments or any suggestions or would like any kind of information, I'm just here to serve you.
First of all, I want to say thank you for everybody coming down, particularly the people from out of town. To have folks come down and actually want to help make this community better, we all really appreciate it. I was glad to hear at the end when we got into the financing. It's such an important part of the whole deal. The local banks need to be involved, and they need to be able to come up with something that can't be too complicated for somebody to go and apply to get some of those better terms, either better rates or longer terms. The last two properties my family purchased were deemed commercial. So that meant we had to do financing for a 5-year term. Now, if you're doing something for $400,000, you can work around 5 years and just cross your fingers or do something else. But if you're John McKeon and you're looking at millions of dollars, I think maybe the state should come in and say, we'll help structure that so that he can get a better rate at a longer term, because that would be good for Hampton Beach. I say let's do it with the state, because if we do that, the state can make the room and meals tax a component. They can say, well, we'll do this, we'll support this, as long as we have hotel rooms that we can make money off of, or as long as we have restaurants that we can make money off of, and we'll get more nicer rooms, nicer properties like this, because this is where the future is. The state knows that Hampton gives them a good return. They demonstrated that with what they did in the backyard. And I think if they can help us out on financing bigger and better properties, that will go a long way too. So thank you again.
Mr. Chairman, it's been an exciting day, and I sit here with so many great feelings because 7 years ago we established the Hampton Area Beach Commission, and those of us that worked with Sheila and others from the Board of Selectmen's point of view back then didn't realize how great this was going to become, and I certainly commend you. I was chuckling to myself and mentioned to Bob earlier, I heard a lot of the two words I keep hearing are traffic and trash, but I thought the last 3 weeks it's been sand and more sand. I know in my world. I work for DRED, as many of you know, and I hope someday we change that acronym, but that's not my decision. But state parks is the realm that I manage on the seacoast. I've never looked upon myself as the state. I've never looked upon anything as the town. I took this job over 6 years ago, and every one of you at this table who I've worked with and continue to work with has been an integral part of making this beach, I believe, the best beach in the country. We have an acronym around here. We talk about CHAMPS. You look at the Chamber in the town of Hampton and the precinct and the state. I can't tell you enough how much I work with these folks, and the job would not get done without their help. Our local delegation, our state reps are terrific, and Councilor Hollingworth and all her great help. There's a word I want you to leave here today with, and it's a word that I use, and a lot of you that I see in the summer from across the street, because I don't get a chance to go into your establishments as much because of the business and the crazy life that I lead. Think of the word timeless. Think of standing on Hampton Beach at 9 o'clock at night and listening to a concert from Fred Sharkey's Casino. Or think about the people walking along the beautiful boardwalk at our shops, at our restaurants, enjoying the playground, enjoying the sand during the day, stopping in at the boardwalk or the sea catch in the evening. And as I sit here today, I couldn't help but thinking as well, and I was so proud of Ray Blondeau and John McKeon and Bob Mitchell's comments. We do have a great area. And as Rudy Giuliani said in his book, Leadership, you know, all of the problems we have, and you talk about the graffiti, and you talk about this and that, we've got to come out the next day and get it done. And we've done that with the trash issue. We've done it with a lot of other things. We are going to continue, with everyone's help, certainly everyone at this table and beyond that come visit our great beach, to put together a plan over the years that will continue to make us a year-round attraction. The only thing I want to make a comment here, and I think Maura Fleming was right on, as she usually is, we have a lot of events year-round, folks. From a state parks point of view, we are a year-round organization on this beach. We have events that start in April and go to November, and that's been going on for 6 years. So think about that. The majority of business may take place in 4 months. But we have business year-round. We have visitors year-round. We have people who utilize bike races, walkathons, Brain Injury Foundation, Reach the Beach after the Seafood Festival. We've had 2 major road races in the preseason and postseason that has come on. June mentioned the fall festivals. But I have to tell you, as one who has been for 30 years in this community involved with people, you are some of the greatest people I've ever worked with, and it gets me excited every day, and I think that's what keeps us going. And always look out of the box. Don't have a label. Think about getting it done, and think about being proactive and always saying, we can do it. We work well with the town. We work well with the chamber, the precinct, all the people, the business owners, the legislators, people who call me, and some of you have mentioned, the East Coast Greenery. All kinds of folks that we deal with every day of the week. And it's just a great time. This project in Hampton today, Tom Mansfield, our state architect, who manages from a DRED point of view, was here most of the day, but he had to leave. This is an exciting time. It's just a stepping stone, I think, of an entire seacoast and state that's going to continue to realize that we are in a major tourism business. And let's keep working hard with all the entities. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.